If you're shopping for a webcam, you've probably come across the Logitech C615, which promises crisp HD 1080p video quality and portability that sounds ideal for streaming or video calls. But here's what surprised me after using it for a while. This webcam might not be all it's cracked up to be. You see, while it boasts premium autofocus, 360-degree rotation, and noise-filtering microphones, the reality is a bit more complicated. Let me explain why the Logitech C615 could be more frustrating than fantastic, especially if you rely on it for professional video chats or content creation. Stick around, there's more than just pixels to this story. Now, before you close this video thinking I've hated on the C615 completely, hold that thought. We're diving deep into who this webcam is actually for, what it does well, and more importantly, where it falls short. Spoiler: some of these issues might catch you off guard if you're upgrading from a built-in laptop camera or a budget USB cam. So stay tuned, because by the end, you'll know if this $74 gadget deserves a place on your desk, or if you should save your money for a better option. Plus, I've got a couple of hilarious insights sprinkled in. We'll get to those soon. Let's kick off by understanding the basic promise of the Logitech C615. On paper, it's a great deal. Full HD video recording at 1080p, smooth 720p video chat support on popular platforms like Skype and Google Hangouts, plus that neat 360-degree swivel and foldable design for maximum portability. The C615 really markets itself as a universal companion for Windows, Mac, Chrome OS, and even Android devices. Plus, it boasts a built-in microphone with noise filtering and automatic light correction for dim environments. Sounds perfect, right? But here's the twist. While these features sound premium, the execution isn't always up to scratch. First off, the video quality. Yes, the C615 records in HD 1080p, but in actual use, it sometimes struggles to produce consistently sharp, vibrant images. This is mainly due to its autofocus system. It's marketed as premium autofocus, but many users notice it hunting back and forth during video calls, distracting both the user and viewers. Imagine trying to hold a meeting, and your camera is having commitment issues, constantly adjusting its focus like it's uncertain whether you're a prime subject. If the autofocus were a person, it'd probably have commitment issues worse than my last date. Now on to the microphone, which Logitech promises filters out background noise to let your voice come through clearly. That's a big selling point if you're in a noisy environment, home office, coffee shop, or shared workspace. But here's the catch. The microphone is decent at best, and depending on your setup, background noise can still creep in. It's not what I'd call studio quality or even semi-professional. Trying to find a quiet space is still necessary, unless you're cool with your chat partner hearing your dog snoring or your neighbor's lawn mower. And no, magic spells can't fix this microphone. Believe me, I tried. Speaking of lighting, Logitech's automatic light correction feature is a blessing and a curse. On the one hand, it tries hard to brighten up poorly lit scenes, which is great if you don't have a fancy ring light or well-positioned lamps. But on the other hand, when the ambient light dips too low or when backlighting is strong, the webcam either overcompensates and creates harsh, washed-out footage, or falls flat with grainy, noisy images. So if you're a streamer or content creator who can't invest in professional lighting, you might find yourself frustrated. The camera's attempts to fix your lighting can sometimes make you look less like a pro and more like a ghost hunting for Wi-Fi. Then there's the portability factor, which initially sounds fantastic. The C615 folds flat and has a tripod-ready base for flexible positioning. This makes it great for travelers, remote workers who need to move around, or anyone who hates being tethered to a bulky webcam fixture. But in practice, the hinge mechanism feels a bit cheap. Sometimes it doesn't hold the camera at the angle you want, and you end up fiddling endlessly instead of focusing on your call or recording. Plus, if you're clumsy like me, the foldable design might feel fragile and worrisome over time. It's like the camera is playing a game of, will it break before your next presentation? And spoiler alert, it almost did once during a frantic laptop rescue mission at a cafe. Okay, so who exactly is the Logitech C615 for? If you're a casual user who needs a simple upgrade from built-in laptop webcams for Zoom calls or occasional online chats, it might serve your needs okay. Especially if you prize portability and the ability to pivot your webcam in different directions without buying extra mounts. However, if you're a content creator, streamer, or professional who demands consistent video quality, a robust autofocus system, and studio-grade audio, this camera will likely leave you wanting more. The $74 price tag doesn't exactly guarantee professional-grade performance, and there are better options out there at similar or slightly higher prices that deliver steadier results. Now, I promise some comedy along the way, so here's a little something. Why did the Logitech C615 go to therapy? Because it couldn't decide whether to focus on its problems or just blur them away. And speaking of focus, that autofocus hunt could give us all a lesson in patience. Not the fun zen kind, but the why am I on hold with tech support kind. Let's talk installation and compatibility because it matters. The C615 is plug and play on most devices, including Windows XP up to Windows 10, Mac OS X 10.5 to 10.6X, Chrome OS, and even Android. So you won't struggle much setting it up, which is a big plus. However, some users have reported driver glitches or compatibility hiccups with the latest operating systems. That means your mileage may vary, and if you're a less tech-savvy user, you might need to do some troubleshooting or updates. No fun when you just want to hop on a quick call. Here's a joke for that. Installing drivers for the C615 is like trying to find Wi-Fi at a remote cabin. Sometimes it's there, sometimes it's a mystery, and usually you give up and sit quietly. In terms of design and build, the C615 looks neat and compact, definitely a step up from bulky webcams of the past. The fold-and-go portability is convenient, and its ability to rotate 360 degrees is nice for flexible framing. But the plastic feels cheaper than you might expect at this price point. If you're rough with your gear or frequently travel, I'd be cautious. The webcam might survive your travel bag, but it's not exactly built like a tank, so keep it cushioned. Also, don't expect it to double as a fidget spinner just yet, though that would have been a killer feature. Here's a quick fun fact. This webcam's autofocus could teach us a life lesson about priorities. Always keep your eyes on the subject, but don't obsess so much you lose focus entirely. Get it? Okay, I'll stop with the dad jokes. By now, you might be wondering if I'm being too harsh. But remember, the Logitech C615 has a solid 4.4-star rating on Amazon for a reason. Many users are happy with its performance for everyday video calls and simple recording. It's a decent webcam for its price range, especially if your use is casual or if portability is critical. Yet the honest truth is, it's not flawless, and it does come with some quirks that can frustrate more demanding users. So, what's the bottom line? If you want a webcam for clearish video calls, easy setup and portability without breaking the bank, the Logitech C615 is a reasonable choice. But if you plan on streaming, recording professional content, or need reliable autofocus and audio quality, you're better off looking at models like the Logitech C920 or even Logitech's newer offerings that pack more power and consistency. Sometimes spending a little more saves you a lot of headaches. Think of it as investing in your face's presentation. After all, your webcam is basically a tiny trumpet blasting your image to the world, so don't let it play out of tune. Before we wrap up, here's a quick recap. The Logitech C615 delivers HD 1080p video recording, has decent but inconsistent autofocus, somewhat reliable noise filtering mic, is portable and tripod ready, but struggles under poor lighting and feels a bit fragile. It's perfect for casual users but not for those needing top-tier performance. If you're still curious and want to check the latest price or grab one for your setup, I've put the best Amazon link in the description below. Just a heads up, the price of the Logitech C615 can fluctuate quickly, so don't wait too long if you spot a deal. Thanks for sticking with me through this honest review. Hopefully, it saved you from buying a product that might cause some unexpected headaches, or maybe you'll find it's just right for your needs after all. Remember, a good webcam doesn't just help you be seen, it helps you be heard and understood. Choose wisely and stay sharp on every call.